for San Francisco. The Giants lead the league in starters ERA with 3.58 ERA. Paul Janich down the line. Zito picking it up, the spin. Nice throw to get him out. That had to be a tough play nominee, and it is. Bottom three, no score. Zito facing Drew Stubbs, second major league at bat. Wow, that fastball inside for a strike. Curveball for a strike, and then curveball in the dirt. Stubbs, he's nervous. Check swing. Umpire says strike three. Zito, 6 innings, 2 hits, 4 Ks, 0 runs. Now it's about the bullpen. The Giants also lead the league in bullpen ERA. Bottom 7. Sergio Romo pitching, 1 out. Romo facing Johnny Gomes. And Romo wins this, struck out the side in the 7th. Bottom 8, 2 out. Jeremy Affeldt pitching now with the Giants with that 1-0 lead. Lance Nix in the box, and Affeldt freezes them. Boy, the Giants penned 3 innings, no hit ball. Brian Wilson this time. 6 Ks by this bullpen in those 3 innings. Pretty impressive. Nate Scherholz with the RBI double, and the Giants beat the NL's worst hitting team 1-0.
On the Nationals on Wednesday. Here's what Adam Dunn said about the Nationals. I don't think it matters if we're playing the Bad News Bears or if we're playing these guys that are in the playoff race. So, Linda, what do the Bad News Bears and the Colorado Rockies have in common?
Great question.
Great managers. Jim Tracy there, Walter Matthau as Coach Buttermaker. He took the scrappy kid from Chico's bail bonds to glory. Jim Tracy trying to do the same thing for the Rockies. And we got the Bad News Bears music.
I like it.
Colin Bales on the hill. Troy Tulowitzki drives in 2 Rockies taking early 2-0 lead. We had clown music last show now.
Who could forget?
Bad News Bears music. I mean, we're breaking out the full library. Dexter Fowler hits it deep. Elijah Dukes has a Bad News Bears moment. Jason Marquis coming in to score, and Fowler ends up on third. Bad News Bears used Tchaikovsky. Who knew that?
Right. They actually borrowed my iPod for this.
Did they really? All right. Top 5, 2 outs, 3-1 Rockies. Clinton Barmas. High and deep gone off Jorge Sosa. Solo home run for Barmas, his 20th. It's 4-1 Rockies. And then Carlos Gonzalez. Who's been hotter than him? I'll answer it, nobody. He had homered in 3 straight games. That makes it 4. Solo shot, 8th home run this season, his 6th in 8 games. Jason Marquis gets his 14th win. The Astros, Jeff Keppinger over to 3rd. Check out Jorge Cantu. Whoops. Keppinger gets the 2nd on the errand. Linda, in hockey, they call that 5-hole.
Yes, they do.
In baseball, they call it pulling a Buckner. Michael Bourne scores. Astros down 2-1. Next batter is Lance Berkman. That'll be good for a double. Keppinger scores. Astros tied at 2. They take a 3-2 lead. Top 7, Marlins down 4-3. Second best name in baseball, Emilio Bonifacio. Bunts for a base hit. The Marlins' 10th hit of the game.
And the first?
First NL team since 1929 Giants with 10 or more hits in 15 straight games. Jair Jurgen's best name in baseball. Top 9, Marlins down 6-3. Bases loaded with 2 down. Jose Valverde sits down Chris Coughlin. 10th pitch of the at-bat, and Valverde just kept fighting until he got him.
The Dodgers, the Pitbull, Andre Ethier with LA down 2-0, bottom 7. Ethier against Adam Wainwright.
The Pitbull, did you give him that?
I gave it to him. Ethier striking gold with his 25th home run. Dodgers now down 2-1. 2 batters later, same score. Casey Blake. Blake, that's a belt. It's gone. Number 14. Dodgers tie it up. Wainwright, 7 innings, 4 hits. No number 15 for him. He got a no decision. Top 9, still tied. Dodger closer Jonathan Broxton gets himself into trouble when he walks Albert Pujols. Pujols walked 3 times in this game. Next batter, Matt Holliday. Pujols steals 2nd. The throw from Russell Martin gets away. Pujols will take 3rd on that. And then later in the Holliday at bat, Matt Holliday looking to drive in Albert, and does so with a sacrifice fly in the 9th. Pujols will tag and score easily. Cardinals up 3-2. Let's go to the bottom of the 9th. Same score, 1 on, nobody out. Manny Ramirez. Manny broke the bat. The out at first. Ethier moves to 2nd. Manny went hitless in this game. His average down to 305. Later in the inning, James Loney up with 2 outs. And Loney flies out. Game over. The Cardinals own a 6-game lead in the Central, and the Dodgers lose on Matt Kemp bobblehead night.
Oh, man.
Yeah, and Kemp went hitless on his night.
Justin Verlander looking for his 14th win. Tigers taking on the Royals. Let's check out the matchup between Verlander and Ichiro. Top first, no score. Verlander coming all fastball at Ichiro. First pitch, Ichiro fouls it off 94 miles an hour. Second pitch, swing and a miss, 94. Third pitch, fouls it off at 96. Fourth pitch, high and outside at 96. Fifth pitch, got him on the fastball at 97. We go to the third, all fastballs again, 2 men on. First pitch, fouls off 96. Second pitch, fouled off at 97. Third pitch, a ball high at 97. Fourth pitch, foul at 98. Fifth pitch, foul at 98. Sixth pitch, high and inside, 98. Eighth pitch, he gets him to fly out at 98 miles per hour. But you know, Ichiro, he's a crafty hitter. Third time around through the order, here he comes again. Verlander's first pitch to Ichiro, he was waiting on it. 96 miles an hour, and it's gone. 3-0 Mariners. Ichiro's 8th home run of the year. The Mariners go on to win it 3-1. Really, Verlander's only mistake in 8 innings, but it cost him dearly. And the Indians trying to slow him down. Angels looking for their 5th win in a row. Top 5 no-score Sours facing Kendry Morales. That's going to be trouble. Morales in with a double. Mike Napoli moves over to third. Next batter is Howie Kendrick. We told you he's not hitting 300, but that'll help. He drives in 2 runs, gets past Asdrubal Cabrera. They're 2-0 Angels, and then Angels manufacturing runs. Eric Ibar at bat with one on. He lays that down. He's in there at first. Next batter is Sean Figgins. Sacrifice bunt to third. The runners move to second and third. Next batter is Bobby Abreu. So over to shortstop, Kendrick scores, and the Angels up 3-0. How easy was that? Jared Weaver gave up 8 runs, 9 hits in his last start. He was more efficient in this game, getting ground ball outs. Bottom 7, Weaver facing Kelly Shopick. Indians never had more than 1 runner on base at the same time. Bottom 8, Weaver facing Cabrera, breaks his bat. Weaver gave up only 7 hits. Bottom 9 now, he's working on his 4th complete game of the season and a shutout, and he gets Shopick. Angels are going to win this one 3-0, and Colleen from the OC reminds us that it's Weaver's 2nd career shutout. So on the night when the Angels offense only produces 3 runs, they win with pitching. How are you going to beat them? They're 24-8.
He has only allowed 7 homers in 168 2/3 innings pitched this year. Facing Gordon Beckham in the 3rd, Beckham goes long. His 7th homer of the year for Beckham. It's 2-0 Chicago. Greinke came in as the AL ERA leader. Bottom 4 now 2-1 White Sox. Carlos Quentin, he's been lifting. Another homer off of Greinke. This off of a fastball. Number 13 for Quentin. 3-1 Chicago. Bottom 7, Alex Rios. Are you kidding me? Loves the breaking stuff. Rios, his first homer in a White Sox uniform. 3 homers allowed by Greinke in 7 innings. 4-1 Chicago. Top 9, 4-2 now, 2 out. Bobby Jenks for the save. That goes right by Billy Butler. White Sox win it. Jose Contreras allowed a run in 7 innings, struck out 8. Yanks in Oakland. There's Reggie talking to Mark Teixeira. Teixeira took Reggie's advice. The MVP candidate, it's gone. Number 31 on the year, 3 RBIs, 89 on the year for Tex. Top 5, 2 out, 2 on. Teixeira. Rajay Davis sliding grab that ends the inning. That's a top play nominee.
He holds on.
Bottom 5, same score, 2 on, 1 out. Gaudin walking Mark Ellis. Joe Girardi comes out to the mound, and Gaudin looks upset. What's going on? Alfredo Aceves comes in. Bases loaded. Aceves to Kurt Suzuki on the ground. Aceves goes home for the 1-2-3 double play. Yanks out of a jam. Girardi has words with Gaudin in the dugout. Top 8, 3-2 Yanks, 2 out. Michael Wirtz gets Teixeira looking, and Tex thought it was high, and so did Reggie Jackson.
Instead,
who's watching? Bottom 8, same score, 2 on, nobody out. Tommy Everidge talking to ace skipper Bob Guerin about strategy. Everidge swinging away instead of bunting. Phil Hughes gets him to ground to Alex Rodriguez, stepping on third, throw to first, double play. Yanks get out of another jam. Bottom 9, 2 out, Mariano Rivera getting Ellis to fly out. And the game is over. The Yankees win again. Now 31 games over 500. So impressive. To stay tied with Boston for the wild card, there's Pudge Rodriguez. Welcome back. Got a standing ovation from the Rangers fans. Bottom 4, 3-0 Texas, 2 on. Rodriguez. The double. Ian Kinsler would score. How about Pudge? 3 for 4 with an RBI. Rangers up 4-0. To the 6th, Kevin Millwood came into the game 0-6 all-time against the Twins, but holding on to this lead. 4-3, Twins down, runner on first, 2 out. Denard Span looking for space, finds it in the corner. Nick Punter would score. We're tied at 4. Millwood out, and his winless streak continuing against the Twins. Darren O'Day in. Next batter, Orlando Cabrera. OC ripping the single. Marlon Byrd has a play at home. His throw, but Span is so fast, and he is called safe. Take another look. The throw by Bird on line, but it goes through Pudge's legs, and that allows Span to score safely. Twins go up 5-4 to the ninth. Bottom of the frame, 2 out. Joe Nathan with 2 strikes on Andrew Jones. Jones tries to check it. It's ruled that he does. Let's see it again. Jones appears to not check his swing, and Ron Gardenhire, he's irate. That's new life for Jones, and the very next pitch, Andrew Jones takes advantage. Well, he thought he did. It's just foul. Jones just misses tying the game. So the next pitch, he strikes out swinging. Twins win 5-4, even though Joe Mauer went 0 for 3 with 2 walks in his 15-game hitting streak.
It's SportsCenter's top plays
Goody.
for Wednesday. Number 10, Galaxy in the Fire. Check out Landon Donovan. Jets pass the Fire defense all the way downfield for the goal. Donovan playing with swine flu.
No.
H1N1, score 1 for Donovan as the Galaxy win it 2-0.
Real athletes, those soccer players. Brewers, Pirates, Paul Mahomo. The comebacker off the leg, stays with it, makes the throw from the ground. You need another look just in case you looked away to, well, for whatever.
Get
More
your
from this
Pop-Tarts
game
out of the
later.
toaster.
I'm telling you. And they're good in the toaster. I don't like them plain.
Number 8, Marlins and Astros. Hanley Ramirez with a fly ball. Michael Bourne. Bourne able to rob Ramirez of at least a single. More from this game coming up.
Rogers Cup, it's all about Serena Williams on the move at the Rogers Cup. Take another look. Serena making things happen. Serena and Venus, look at that. Split saving a beauty.
Number 6, Twins and Rangers. Ian Kinsler, a little blue. Denard Span. Linda, you mentioned how fast he was?
Yes.
On the base pass?
Yes.
And in the field.
Multi-skilled. By the way, did you know Serena and Venus are interested in buying the Miami Dolphins?
Yeah, they got a chunk of the team.
I know. Josh Willingham, the sliding catch right before the wall. Willingham, all about timing, good eyesight. Rockies win.
Number 4, Giants and Reds. Check swing bunt down the first base line. Barry Zito, barehanded, spinning, and winning. Zito 6 scoreless innings for the Giants, and they win in 1-0.
It's Champions League soccer. Diego Forlan through the defender's legs to Maxi Rodriguez for the tally. We're going to see another look. Forlan, 5-hole for the assist. And Atletico Madrid wins the game by the score of 3-2.
Number 2, Brewers and Pirates. Andrew McCutchen with a fly ball. Jason Bourgeois with a sliding catch in the corner. Safety an issue out there. He's able to make the catch and slide safely into the wall. Pirates beat the Brewers 3-1 though.
Number 1, Marlins and Astros. Ross glowed. The pitcher is not covering, so he dives head first to the bag for the out. Oh, you definitely need another look at this.
Do what you got to do.
Full extension, great hustle, and yoga paying off once again. Great play.
Not so much.
All-star right-hander Matt Cain on the mound for the Giants facing these Reds. 1-0. Lance Nix ties up the game at 1. His first homer in 33 at-bats. That homer snaps an 18-inning scoreless streak for the Reds. Meanwhile, what about this matchup? Matt Cain against the rookie Drew Stubbs. Cain all over Stubbs, striking him out looking in the first. Then Cain, as we move on to the 5th, Stubbs again gets him, this time swinging. Wait, there's more of another showdown. Cain getting Stubbs looking again in the 7th. Those were Cain's only 3 strikeouts of the game, and he left after 8 with a no decision. Bottom 10, Stubbs just happy to see a new pitcher in Bobby Oury.
High drive down the left field line. If it's fair, it's gone. Off the fair pole, and Drew Stubbs, his first major league home run, his first major league RBI, is a game winner for the Reds.
He said he was just trying to stay focused after those 3 Ks, and he ended up winning again in 7 starts against the Braves on the mound, 1-4 due to lack of run support in those outings. This just in. Look at where Brian Schneider's glove is. Santana's pitch right over the middle of the plate. Ryan Church, former Met, now good, down the line. Actually, he wasn't bad with the Mets. Adam LaRoche to score 1-0 Braves. Braves up 2-1. Brian McCann just crushes this thing off of Santana. Check it out again. But the pitch is off the mark. McCann made him pay. Number 15 for McCann. 3 earned runs, 9 hits, 7 innings for Santana. Oh, my goodness, it's a Billy Wagner appearance. Since August 2nd, 2008, it's the first time we've seen Billy Wagner. And he gets Reed Gurecki, Brian McCann, Gary Sheffield, not happy to be a Met at the moment. strikes out. Braves go on to win. And here's something really shocking. Net killer Chipper Jones went 0 for 10 in this series.
3 games back in the wild card race, hosting the Orioles. Top 6, game tied at 1. Lance Cormier in for James Shields, would walk the bases loaded. 3-2 pitch to Brian Roberts, and he jumped all over it. Grand Slam, 5-1 Orioles. Roberts' 12th home run this season, 4th career Grand Slam, but his first in 5 years. Bottom 6, 5-1 Orioles. Ben Zobrist striking back. 3-run home run for him off Brian Mattis. Zobrist had 4 RBI in the game. Mattis 5 in the 3rd. He struck out 7-5-4 Orioles. Top 7, Nolan Raimo going deep. 2 on and 1 going there. Raimo's 11th, 8-4 Orioles. Tampa Bay got 3 in the 8th. So bottom 9, tying run on 3rd, 2 outs, Evan Longoria. Dangerous man, but Jim Johnson got him. Orioles win at 8-7. They snapped the Rays' 4-game win streak, and
Washburn, 0-1 in a 5.12 ERA in 3 starts as a Tiger, facing his former teammates in Seattle. Strikes out Russell Branyan. That's one of his former teammates. Top of the 2nd, Washburn getting help from D. Jack Hanahan pops it up in foul ground. Look at Brandon Inge. Pulling a David Wright and Derek Jeter crashing into the stands to make the play, and he's able to hang on. Take another look. Inge actually would collide with the wall first as he makes the catch and does the flip.
that works a whole lot better when you're at home.
Oh, yeah, it does it now. Washburn appreciating it. Top 5, Tigers down 4-2 Washburn. Ichiro Suzuki. He hits a foul ball. Here comes Inge again, right near the same spot. Leans over, doesn't do the flip, and he makes the catch again. Tiger fans staying out of Inge's way. Washburn goes 6, allows 6 earned runs and 4 Ks. So Jared Washburn, not so great as a Tiger. Bags full. Tigers down 1 out. David Aardsma gets Inge to fly out. Franklin Gutierrez coming home with this throw. And Carlos Guillen save as Kenji Jojima hangs on. Aardsma blows the save. The game is tied. Next batter, Cleet Thomas getting some last-minute instruction from hitting coach Lloyd McClendon. Still 2 on, now 2 out.
Again, swing a line drive, base hit into right. Cabrera in to score, and the Tigers win it. 7-6 with 2 in the bottom of the 9th.
And with that win, Tigers lead the White Sox now by 2.5 games in the AL Central as they improve to 40-20 at home.
That brings us to SportsCenter's top plays. We start at number 10, Giants and Reds tied in the bottom of the 10th. Drew Stubbs. Only question is fair or foul, and you know if it's number 10 on top plays, it's fair. Time to bounce in Cincinnati.
Staying in Cincinnati, it's tennis. It's Rafael Nadal taking on Paul-Henri Mathieu. And Nadal with a nice winner. Nadal winning in straight sets.
All right, we got a 2 for at number 8 here, Linda.
Yeah.
Rockies and Nationals, Elijah Dukes over to 30. Ian Stewart makes a diving stop. Jorge Padilla grounds to 3rd. It's Stewart again. Jim Tracy said they play great defense, especially at 3rd, and he was talking about Stewart. And the Rockies keep on rolling. They win 4-1.
Number 7, Bengals Pats. JT O'Sullivan, not to be confused with Gilbert O'Sullivan, hits Chris Henry. Touchdown.
Gilbert O'Sullivan?
It's his old singer. Henry, nice grab, maybe the best part of the play. Chad Ochocinco kicking the point after and makes it, getting some love from Shane Graham.
I never miss an opportunity to learn.
Alone again, naturally, remember?
No. Number 6, Marlins and Astros. Jeff Blum bounces one off Josh Johnson, but Dan Uggla, right place, right time. And he's able to make the flip in time.
Mariners, Tigers, enough. Mariners, Tigers, Marcus Timms, Josh Wilson. The midair throw across the body. Later in the game, more of Wilson. So stay tuned. Sound up.
Wilson!
Little looper in the shallow left. And a catch by Josh Wilson.
You gotta be kidding me.
Number 4, Twins and Rangers. Joe Mauer at the plate. It's not about him. It's about Josh Hamilton. Look at him go get it. Hamilton, down and dirty to make the grab for the Rangers.
Number 3, PGA Wyndham Classic. First round, Tommy Armour on 17. The chip on the fly. Bullseye. Give me the wave. Give me the thank you.
Number 2, Mariners. Another 2-fer. So you really got 12 plays in this top 10. It's a bonus top 10. Who couldn't use that in a down economy? Brandon Inge making the grab into the people.
Yeah.
And then Inge, again, I mean, he's in Detroit. These are his people.
Oh.
So he's not afraid to join them.
He got a good seat.
And the Tigers win 7-6. That's going the extra mile.
Number 1, Twins, Rangers.
Bird in pursuit. Diving. Marlon Byrd made the catch.
That may be his best one ever right there.
And he had 2 home runs in a Rangers win, 11-1.
You know, I had Marlon Byrd projected at number